Hello, dear viewer. I am trying to demonstrate how the auto building ship works. So here I have sort of the starting mechanism you will need. You'll need something that has a conveyor that will be attaching to the front of the blueprint. You'll need a welder, just one, and the should be connected, of course. And then you'll have to have a projector as well, and also the resources, which I have haphazardly shoved into these large containers, probably more than I need, maybe not, I don't know. So let's go get a projector, blueprints, and we want the ones from Steam. This is the one I uploaded, so here we go. Double click there. And I have, to save time, already put in the right orientation. I am terrible at orientation, I'm sorry. Anyway, so here is the ship. Just red things on the ship are things to be removed after construction. Blue things is a thruster array, in case you need to detach that, so that you can go ahead and build a shell around and have thrusters wherever you want. And green things are all the sort of the core of the ship, and black is sort of the backbone, or maybe miscoloring things, I'm not sure which. And so let's go ahead, this is a creative mode right now, so this shouldn't take up any resources. Just go ahead and turn this on. And you'll notice it builds everything there. Down at the bottom you can see that the way that this works out here to go ahead down and build the smaller blocks down here, and also the larger blocks inside there. And of course all the large blocks are across that, so it makes it a little bit easier. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. I just did it easier for simplicity and for having walkways. And let's go ahead and turn this thing off. And use our special powers in creative mode and back this away. You'll notice that it's probably somewhat over thrustered because it doesn't have any armor blocks or anything on it, so over more thrusters and more gyros than you probably need for a ship of this size and weight. It's only 100 blocks or so because most of them are big blocks. Less after you get rid of the conveyor, the welders. Okay, and now we're going to try the same thing, but over in survival. So let's save this. Actually, that's what I want to do. I want to exit to the menu. Alright, here we go. Load game. Just head in the red ship one. Edit settings. Go to survival, which I just learned you can actually do. Do I lose some items? Hopefully not the items I need to not lose. Alright, let's go. Alright, now in survival mode. Want to not get yourself fried by the welders, and here we go again. So you'll notice it's significantly slower in survival mode. And maybe I should have put it on 3 times welder speed because Hue doesn't do that. But yeah. And because there's no moving parts or anything, the welders are in the right place, regardless of whether it's on survival mode or on creative mode. So eventually it will build, assuming you have the pieces. It just will, you know, take a while. And or stop when you find out you don't have the pieces. One of the two, I'll find out. Now we'll leave that in the oven, I guess. And over here, you want to take out your welder, or not welder, grinder. And once you build one of these things here, you want to go ahead and grind away all the red blocks. They are no longer necessary and are just going to take up energy. Remember, you want to start from the side that's not building, because if you get one of the middle ones, they'll just try to build itself, which is not helpful. Also, it'll kill you. You probably should turn these off. Don't do it like I'm doing it. Build. Or grind, grind, grind. If I had a slightly faster welder or grinder, it would be faster, but don't. Oh well. Now, the intent of the red blocks here is also partly so that you'll have sort of a walkway next to all the important stuff. Because this has to be, by definition, next to everything it builds. So that means that if you walk along this walkway here, or fly through the walkway, you'll be next to everything you need. And including going up here, so probably like a little slope block up, that sort of thing there. So something like that. Just so you can get up there and get down. Maybe this needs to be moved. I don't know if you can walk through that. Let's see. Walk. Oh yeah, works fine. Okay. And meanwhile, over here, you can see it continues to build slowly. Now, this particular design does use a bunch of welders, which might be over your server's number of welders allowed. So what you can do is, after one part builds, then you just grind away that welder there, put those resources back in, and then the next welder can build this one. Then once this one has built this third next one there, then you go back, get rid of this one. And just as long as you've got 2 welders or so, it should be fine. So it's like 4 welders max at any given moment. Okay, the sparkling has finished, so I guess that's done. You'll notice in the back here, there's a little projector to build this sort of apparatus here. And of course you can use projector to build another one of these things. One of my original ideas was you can just sort of like chain these out and out and out and out, and then just cut them apart. And like before, I want to turn off this, otherwise it gets awkward. And then I'm going to go ahead and dump some things out of my inventory so I can get rid of stuff. They've grabbed here, or they've grabbed here. And just get rid of, the things attached stuff. Then once you've done that, you can go ahead, get in the ship, and then find you have absolutely no hydrogen in the ship and therefore cannot fly it very well. There should be a version at some point that has like ion thrusters in addition to the hydrogen thrusters. So I guess that's a thing. Yeah. So there you go. Maybe we can just push it with my jetpack. Nope, pushing with jetpack does not work. Okay, anyway, that's the idea. Builds itself, and has all the basic things you might need, hopefully. We'll say that you probably want to very soon put more hydrogen supply on it if you're going to be using big thrusters like this. Big thrusters are partly just so it flies well in the atmosphere if you're building it there, and I guess have the hydrogen. Anyway, that's all.